What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's November 11th, 2025, and today we are diving deep into some absolutely massive stories that are shaking the very foundations of the tech world. We're talking about huge moves in AI leadership, monumental hardware deals, new ethical frameworks, and a complete revolution in how we, as developers, interact with our code. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss a single second of this. It's a packed show, so let's get right into it. First up, a bombshell from Meta. Their chief AI scientist, a true titan of the industry, and one of the godfathers of modern deep learning, has announced he's leaving the company. Now, this isn't just another executive shuffle. He's not retiring or moving to a competitor. He's launching his own startup. This is a huge signal, a massive indicator of a trend we've been seeing bubble under the surface for a while now. The great brain drain from big tech into independent AI innovation. For years, the narrative was that you needed the immense resources of a company like Meta, Google, or Microsoft to do cutting-edge AI research. You needed their data, their compute power, their massive teams. But that's changing. Think about it. The tools are getting better, open-source models are becoming incredibly powerful, and the cost of training and inference is dropping. This move suggests that the brightest minds in the field believe they can now be more agile, more innovative, and frankly, more impactful outside the corporate behemoth. They can pursue their vision without the bureaucracy, the product roadmap constraints, or the internal politics. This isn't just about one person. It represents a new wave of AI development. We're likely going to see a Cambrian explosion of smaller, hyper-focused AI startups tackling specific problems with incredible depth. It's a shift from a centralized model of innovation to a decentralized one, and it's going to accelerate progress in ways we can't even imagine. What will his new company focus on? Rumors are swirling around everything from foundational model research to new AI hardware paradigms. Whatever it is, the entire tech world will be watching. This is a story we'll be following very closely. Next up, let's talk hardware, because you can't have an AI revolution without the silicon to power it. And nobody understands that better than Nvidia. We just got news of an absolutely jaw-dropping deal. Nvidia has signed an agreement to deliver over 260,000 of their latest, most powerful Blackwell AI chips to South Korea. Let that number sink in for a moment. 260,000. This isn't just a big order. It's a strategic move on a geopolitical scale. These chips are the engine of modern AI, and this deal is aimed squarely at building out South Korea's sovereign cloud infrastructure and creating what are being called AI factories. So what does that mean? A sovereign cloud is a cloud computing environment that is located within a country's borders and subject to its laws. It's about data security, national control, and reducing reliance on foreign tech giants. By building this capacity, South Korea is ensuring it can develop and deploy its own large-scale AI models without sending sensitive national or corporate data offshore. The term AI factories is even more evocative. It paints a picture of these massive data centers not just as storage facilities, but as production lines for intelligence. They'll be churning out custom AI models for everything from manufacturing and healthcare to finance and national defense. This deal solidifies Nvidia's dominance in the market, but more importantly, it shows how nations are now viewing AI capability as a critical piece of national infrastructure, just like power grids or highways. It's an AI arms race, but instead of weapons, the currency is compute power. This investment will likely propel South Korea to the forefront of the global AI landscape. Now, with all this incredible power being unleashed, the conversation around safety and ethics is more critical than ever. And that brings us to our third major story coming out of India. The Indian government has just introduced a new set of guidelines for AI development, and their core principle is refreshingly simple and direct. Do no harm. This isn't just a suggestion. It's a foundational framework intended to guide the entire life cycle of AI systems, from initial concept to public deployment. The guidelines are focused on ensuring that AI is developed and used in a way that is ethical, safe, and beneficial to society. They address key issues like bias in training data, the need for transparency in how AI models make decisions, and the importance of human oversight. The framework emphasizes rigorous testing and validation to prevent unintended consequences before an AI system is released to the public. It's a proactive approach rather than a reactive one. Instead of waiting for something to go wrong and then creating regulations, India is trying to build a culture of responsible innovation from the ground up. This move is significant because India is a burgeoning AI superpower with a massive population and a vibrant tech ecosystem. By establishing these do-no-harm principles early on, they are setting a standard not just for their own country, but potentially for the rest of the world. It is a pragmatic approach that balances the need for innovation with the absolute necessity of protecting citizens. It acknowledges the immense potential of AI while putting guardrails in place to mitigate the risks. This is a model that many other nations will be studying very closely. Okay, let's bring it down from the global stage and talk about what this AI revolution means for us, the developers, the builders, the people writing the code. And this is where things get really exciting, especially in the world of web development. For decades, the command line interface, our trusty terminal, has been a staple. It's powerful, it's efficient, but let's be honest, it hasn't changed all that much fundamentally, until now. We are witnessing the rapid evolution of the terminal into an intelligent, conversational workspace, thanks to a new generation of AI-powered CLI agents. You've probably heard of them. Tools like Claude Code CLI, Copilot CLI, Gemini CLI, and Codex CLI are completely transforming the developer workflow. These aren't just glorified autocomplete tools. They are AI assistants that live right inside your terminal. You can ask them to perform complex tasks in natural language. For example, instead of manually chaining together a dozen grep, awk, and sed commands to parse a log file, you can now just type something like, "Find all error messages from the last 24 hours related to database connection failures and summarize them." The AI understands your intent and generates and executes the necessary commands for you. It can help you set up a new project, write boilerplate code, debug complex issues, manage your cloud infrastructure with tools like Terraform or AWS CLI, or even learn a new command line tool. It's like having a senior engineer sitting next to you, ready to help at a moment's notice. This leads to a much broader shift in how we think about development. We are moving away from a world of manual, command-by-command coding and into an era of AI-assisted, goal-oriented workflows. The focus is shifting from how you do something to what you want to achieve. The AI handles the how. It understands the context of your project, the files you're working on, and your ultimate objective. This frees up an enormous amount of mental energy. Instead of getting bogged down in syntax and rote memorization, developers can focus on the bigger picture: architecture, user experience, and solving real business problems. This isn't about replacing developers, it's about augmenting them, making them more productive, more creative, and more powerful than ever before. If you haven't tried one of these new CLI tools yet, I urge you to do it. It will fundamentally change the way you interact with your machine. It's a glimpse into the future of software development, and that future is happening right now. So, to recap today's whirlwind of news, we have a major AI leader betting on independent innovation, a nation-state-level investment in AI factories powered by Nvidia, a leading country implementing a do-no-harm ethical framework, and a radical transformation of the developer experience through AI in the command line. Each of these stories on its own would be significant, but together they paint a clear picture of a world being reshaped by artificial intelligence at every level, from individual developers to global superpowers. The pace of change is just staggering, and it's our job to keep up. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you found this breakdown as fascinating as I did. This is the stuff that gets me excited to wake up in the morning. If you enjoyed this video and got some value from it, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel. What are your thoughts on these stories? Are you excited about the new wave of AI startups? What do you think of AI in your terminal? Drop a comment below. I read every single one and love hearing your perspectives. And of course, if you want to stay on the cutting edge of tech with insights like this every week, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.